This is for Aquarius and Leo. Welcome to an Aquarius experience. I will be doing a connection spread. This could be love, family, work, friends. This could even be twin flames. I'll go ahead and pull a card for the Aquarius, a card for their challenge, a card for Leo, a card for their challenge, and a card for the uniting force. I've had a couple cards pop out. I will take that as an overall energy in the relationship. Aquarius, you're currently in this state of victory. This could be a card of victory within yourself, or it could be in the relationship. However, there seems to have been a lot of burdens weighing down heavy on you. This could be a lot of things that you needed to do, like a big to-do list, or it could have even been a lot of energies that you had to fight off. Whatever it was, you've risen and progressed, and you've kind of flown out of all of that heaviness that was weighing so heavy on you. So that's a really beautiful card. It is just one of my favorite cards. Your challenge, however, this is my greedy card. So your challenge is greed, and it's not so much as greedy as a monetary, financial with money, with things. It's a greed in emotions. So you may be withholding some emotions, and you're finding that to be challenging. For the Leo, we have the World. The World talks about a lot of cycles, but specifically an end to a cycle. It could be that you have completed something, some kind of goal, but usually it is a completion of something a little more powerful than just some kind of materialistic goal. So it's not necessarily something that you did at work. It's not like a promotion or a job. It's more of like a leveling up. It could be a leveling up in maturity. It could be a leveling up in spirituality. But whatever it is, both of these cards for the Aquarius and the Leo are quite beautiful. And both of them are kind of in this state of achievement of some sort. Leo, however, your challenge is the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords to me can be third-party energy. It could also just be an entanglement of mental patterns, mental anguish. Your heart is broken or has been broken, or there's a lot of heaviness in your heart currently that you're finding it hard to unravel the mystery as to why it is that you are so emotionally entangled in pain. Uniting force, we have the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands resembles a new beginning, a direction, hope, blossoming. And because it is a uniting force, it's an indication that both of these parties are definitely feeling this newfound energy. It's a card of action and passion. So both of these individuals are feeling passionately about moving forward in a direction together. What we have had pop out here in the energies while I was shuffling was the Sun of Cups, which can resemble the Knight of Cups, which is a coming in of an offer of emotion. That cup is full of love, and that bird is grown, mature, dutiful, and has a real confidence in what it is that they have to offer. The Judgment card coming all overall seems to me that there was some kind of fairness, some kind of clarity, where there might have been something going on with this energy, this third party energy. Doesn't necessarily have to be cheating, but it could be. But it could also represent the energy of someone else coming into the relationship. Someone maybe had given bad advice. Somebody maybe tried to intervene. And for whatever reason, it caused a shakeup. But because the Judgment card has come through on an overall energy, it looks like things might have become clear, where the relationship maybe was in this dark time here, and now something is or has or is about to emerge. Some peace, some clarity, some fairness. Whatever it is, the judgment has been made. And it looks overall promising. Any advice for the Aquarius going forward? We have the Five of Swords for an advice card. The Five of Swords is definitely a cutting off energy. It's not necessarily a walking away energy, but it's cutting something out. It could be cutting out some negative energy. It could be cutting out some patterns, some cycles. It could be cutting someone out too. I want to get some clarification on that. That seems like an entirely different topic than what we have going on. Any advice? More clarification on this Five of Swords. The only other swords that showed up was the Three of Swords that the Leo had in their challenge. Which could similarly indicate that there is something that needs to be cut. In the image, we have a worm that's cut in half. A worm is kind of, underground, earthy, dark, dirty. So it could be definitely cutting out some negative energy. We have the Tower and the Chariot. So clarification, cutting something out. These are both major energies. Not quite sure, trying to figure this out because it does feel like something separate that is affecting the relationship. And there's this energy of coming forward and doing things and changing things and causing a shakeup and making this tower happen. And I want to say that what it is since the Aquarius is having a hard time with vulnerability, and that's this card, the Four of Cups. They're keeping a lot of emotions to themselves. And as an advice card, we're getting to cut something out. And it may be that what we are dealing with is an Aquarius that has made it a habit to come forward with maybe some energy of taking things on more with an intellectual approach instead of harnessing their emotions and using the emotions and the passion and the love to make decisions here. And coming in with this strong energy of transition and shaking things up and making a tower moment happen. That is the energy and the course that the Aquarius needs not to embark on. And it could be a pattern that in order for the Aquarius to deal with certain heartbreaks and emotional entanglements, they deal with them on a level of intellect rather than a level of love. Basically follow your heart I'm not sure where this card came from. I just saw it here. But also we have the Father of Cups. So we have the Son of Cups and the Father of Cups here. And I'm not sure that this was an advice card or not, but this is pretty much what I was exactly saying was as an advice, we need to harness this Father of Cup energy, the King of Cups, very solid in emotions and love and the offerings of love and everything that encompasses love, the dark and the light. Because love isn't always beautiful. Love can be hard. Love can be painful. But if you approach the situation knowing this and taking on the entire spectrum of what love is, instead of coming forth and approaching everything intellectually, every situation does not necessarily have to be dealt with intellectually and logically. And I feel Aquariuses tend to do that. I know this because I'm an Aquarius. And vulnerability, they have a need for vulnerability. This is the challenge card. The challenge is their greediness for their emotions. They want to keep their emotions all to themselves. They don't want anyone to know how they truly feel. And that needs to go away. Stop coming in so strongly, so confidently. It's this Chariot is coming in. There's with illusion by that Moon card, a sturdiness by this pentacle around their neck, and this Sun here. So what's lacking are the wands and the passion for, doing. What's lacking is this wand here that we want on this overall energy, this uniting force energy. So there's some illusion and there's some pride and there's some, energy of I'm just going to take over this situation. I'm just going to figure it out and make this tower moment happen. And they push for that tower moment. So Aquarius, if you can find a way to be vulnerable and express the vulnerability in a healthy way and not such an intellectual way, then that could definitely help in this journey. Now, for the Leo, any advice for the Leo? Wow, that was very quick. Okay, for the Leo, we have the Ace of Swords and the Justice. So we're getting the Justice card alongside with this Judgment card. So justice is coming through. Fairness is coming through. And that might just be the clarity that we were needing for this emotional entanglement here. You go from 3 swords to 1 sword. And you go from a bunch of energies kind of in the mix of your relationship to just, I'm confident in how I see things. I'm confident with what I want. I'm confident in the direction that I want to go. And the direction is this fairness. This leveling out, this balance, this harmony. So for advice for the Leo, I would say to kind of quiet the mind. There's another sword here. So we have a lot of swords. We have a lot of swords in this on both sides. We have a lot of wands, some cups. We have everything except for pentacles. So that stability is not here at all. But see all these swords coming into play. Swords are my mental energy cards. A lot of overthinking, a lot of too many opinions going on within themselves or even getting from other parties. But swords are pretty sharp and they are painful and they can cut. So if you are the one holding this sword, you are the one that is finding the clarity of what it is that needs to go on to really get to this Ace of Wands. Okay, if you stuck with me this far, thank you, and we'll see you again.